welcome to our live readings. We shall wait for people to join as usual. We'll see who comes in. I've got the same cards that I did the last 2 weeks. I seem to have... No, I lie, sorry. Last week I brought 3, didn't I?
Did you have the sacred...
I had the Sacred Forest.
The Sacred Forest, Denise Lynn?
Yeah, that's it. So I don't have that one today. Just my angel cards and the divine directions. I really like them.
Yeah, they're so cute. I like them.
I like them. They have these
Nice
like
little add-on as well, aren't they? Just to get that affirmation. Just
yeah.
And you can get a lot from affirmations as well. If you just read the words and don't think about it, you probably wouldn't. But if you really meditate on the words, they could be quite revealing. And I've got Denise Lynn, her nature spirit on again, just because I love them. I think they're beautiful. But I am using, because I want to get used to them because they're new, my Angel Wisdom Tarot, Madly Valentine. Because they're new. When you get a new deck, you obsess over them, don't you? You just use them all the time. They're just so big.
Oh, I got one of my I think we were talking about crystal decks.
Yes.
And I was gonna sorry, it's like behind the thing. I wasn't gonna use it today, but I'll show you whilst we're waiting.
Okay.
And I like it because it's one of those, it's sort of like those divine directions that it has a message or instruction, just a short information. And this one is also kind of like that, kind of a nice suggestion for the day rather than necessarily reading. I mean, you can use it however you like, but it just has a daily inspiration. It's daily crystal inspirations. And it has, so each crystal would have a message like start fresh, lighten up, see the magic, set strong boundaries. So it's a nice daily pull. Sometimes I just like put it out and just see what the inspiration, just to inspire, because I think up until now I was using cards a lot for messages, just something a little bit more like a bit deeper, I suppose, or whatever, there's a message. But if I just want a little inspiration, these are nice. You actually can't see, but the pictures are really nice. They're of real, oh, that's good, like the real actual crystal just on a white background.
Is that Larimar?
Or Amazonite.
Oh, is it? Okay. Are they shiny, glossy cards?
Yes, but they're not very glossy, But yeah, I mean,
glossy cards. It's just that they reflect. That's the only thing.
They reflect, but they're not. But you can really see the colors, and they're like pictures of real crystals up close. Very pretty. I don't know if you can. Actually, you can't. It doesn't give its justice.
Is that amethyst?
Celestite, close. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to see the pick out the colors. I'm probably not doing very well.
Well, I mean, my camera's not very good, and obviously the light is, reflecting. So
the backs look nice as well.
So pretty.
I like the backs of these cards. There's quite a lot going on in them.
Oh yeah, those are the angels. These have crystals at the back.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah, I like the look of that one.
Yeah, it's really nice and simple, and you can learn about the crystals. And then I like that it has questions in the guidebook, so it tells you the message or the inspiration for the day. And then it has core questions. So for instance, if you have there's a pink opal, be kind to yourself. And then there's a little message about, being kind to yourself. And then there's a core question, how do you talk to yourself? What would you speak to others the way you speak to yourself? So if you want to journal things, then it gives you prompts. and also affirmations. But yeah, I ended up buying this one in the end because I think I told you last time I'm thinking of two, but I think I just got over it. Because the other one I really liked it, but mainly for the pictures. Although I like the cards as well.
This is the
And the
thing I
message.
struggle with. There's a deck that I've been looking at. What's it called? There's Whispers of the Ocean, which I bought for someone else, and I always liked it when I bought it for her. And I thought, oh, I might get that one day. And it's the same author that wrote Whispers of the Ocean Oracle, and she's written, is it the Healing Oracle or something like that? There's 2 or 3, but I love the artist's style. The pictures are absolutely gorgeous, but that's not enough for me. You know, sometimes you get an oracle deck with beautiful images, but they don't give you what you're looking for. And other decks look quite boring, but you get so much intuitive information from them, and you just don't know until you get them home and you try with them. And then this is why we have swap groups and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, not resonating with that, not resonating with that, but these I do. And it might not be that, you know, they might look pretty, but sometimes you just don't feel it, do you?
Yeah. That's why I've sold quite a few now. Because I bought them, I kind of used them maybe once or twice, and then it was just, no, it's not for me.
Yeah. It's good though, because I feel bad if I've got a deck that isn't being used, because I feel like I'm robbing somebody else of the enjoyment of benefiting from that deck. So I'd rather, you know, find somebody to have it.
Hello.
Hi.
Someone saying hello from my group. I think I know who that is because there's
I
only
think I
one
know who
person
it is.
that keeps trying to catch us, Teresa. If it's you, just let us know because through StreamYard it doesn't show us the names. It doesn't show us the names of the people. It just says Facebook user. And if you have a question, Teresa, you know, you can always ask.
I'm hoping it is, because I did put a message out through my guides to let her know we were here, because I know she's been a few times, and I was like, tell her. Yes, it's Teresa.
Okay.
Hi, Teresa. Good
Word.
stuff. Finally, we get you here.
Is there another link? There is. Well, you can join through YouTube, and then we'll see your name, or you can use the link in the description of this video. I mean, on Facebook, you probably would need to leave the live to see that description, but there is a link I've provided for people using Facebook to give StreamYard their permission, so that then your name is shown. But otherwise, if you know YouTube, you can join and then it will be fine. So we've got Eve.
Yes,
Oh,
that's right.
nice. That's nice. Every time you see us, you're reminded of Friday tomorrow. That's a good thing, I think, because
We give people that almost Friday feeling. I'm happy with that. Almost Friday feeling.
yeah, that's a good feeling, I think. Oh, it's Friday soon. I like that. Then we have AES. Hello, welcome. I think this is the first time we've seen you here. Yes, of course, you can have a reading. Do you have a question? So we ask for one question per session. We're on every week, basically. And I mean, if you have a specific question, would be great. If not, at least an area of your life that it's relating to. And then, yeah, we'll be happy to pull some cards for you.
And same with Teresa. If you just put, if you're still on Facebook, if you just put your name at the beginning or the end, and then we know it's you, and then you can just pop the question in the comments, Teresa, and we'll pick that up as well.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, Teresa, also ask a question, and we'll get to you.
Okay. So, okay. I'll just pop this one up. So we'll start with this question.
That's a good point. Then it will give people like an idea of who we're working with right now.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, I don't mind starting if you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I've got a jumper, so a card that just jumped out, so that makes things easy. So can I just say, I'll just say AES, I suppose. So you have a card of trust the universe. So it's not the kind of message that we always want to hear, but it is one that I think we need to hear often. And it just means that it will happen in time. I don't feel like right now there's anyone coming towards you. There isn't anyone in the horizon, but it will happen at the right time. With my divine directions cards, I have a message about a career, and it says it's time to add extra energy to your career area. Maybe try something new. So, I mean, that just tells me that it's time to just focus on your work, on your career, on your professional life. I don't see that love is there just yet. It doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. As the card says, it says trust the universe. So just trust that it will happen at the right time for you. So I hope that helps.
Okay, so I've got some information for AES as well. So I've got two cards with a similar kind of vibe here, and I did ask what was sort of coming in for you, what energy is coming in, what people are coming in, if anything coming in relation to love. But both of the cards are giving me something similar, and it's about releasing situations or people that no longer serve you. And I've also got the Eight of Cups, which is exactly the same kind of energy. It's walking away, it's moving on and choosing to walk away from something that's not serving you. So from the perspective of someone coming in, it doesn't look likely with these sorts of cards and with this sort of energy that someone new is coming in yet. What it does look like to me is that there's something that you need to let go of before welcoming in somebody new. And it's suggesting that, you've got there's other things occupying your life at the moment, and you're very sharp-minded, you're very intelligent, you're very business-minded, you're very much focused on that mental energy at the moment in your life, and that's probably taking all of your energy. But in terms of love, there might be a little bit of releasing first, letting go of something that's sort of blocking you a little bit moving forward. Once you've released that, then of course we can start welcoming in people into our lives in a love situation. So I hope that's helpful for you. Probably not the answer you were looking for, but at the same time, sometimes it is what we get.
We get what we need and not what we want, as they say. So I think Teresa was asking about an event that she set her intentions for.
Okay, let's have a little scroll.
So what do you need to know about the event?
Is it the go to do the event? No. Okay, we'll come to Eve next after this one.
So I'm just gonna grab an angel card for you, Teresa. I've got the divine directions card already, and it talks about passion. And it says passion isn't confined to sexual energy. Life is meant to be felt. Don't hold back. I mean, that already tells me that it's something, that it's a good thing to do. And it's something I'm guessing that you're passionate about because of that card coming out. So, I mean, if it's anything that really makes you feel alive so much, then I would say, of course, go for it. However, there is a healing. The cards, sorry, the angel card I have for you is a healing energy card. And also expect miracles. So I feel like whatever might be holding you back, and maybe making you doubt yourself in any way about this event, I feel like it's not really, related to necessarily this event being wrong or not doing it. It's just that something maybe in you is holding you back a little bit, something, that you have been going through or healing, already working through healing, because you have the expect miracles card. So it's almost like the event itself might actually bring you some healing. I don't know if you're running an event or if you're going to participate, but either way, I feel it will somehow be very, very beneficial for you, actually. So, yeah. Let us know if you're doing an event, sorry, if you're running one or if you're attending, just out of curiosity. Okay.
So the cards I've got for you, again, looking pretty promising. We've got the Queen of Earth or the Queen of Pentacles, and we've got the Page of Swords. So the Queen of Pentacles, when this is guidance and advice around something, the Queen of Pentacles is very earthy. She's very grounded. She's very practical. She's very sensible. She's not a risk taker. She doesn't go rushing in. She's not necessarily that sort of strategic, sharp-minded person either. And she doesn't go in and intuit an event. So she's not that sort of... go carefully and feel into it. The Queen of Pentacles is very, very practical. So what the advice would be for this event is, it looks very positive. It's the Queens know what they're doing, but the guidance would be to take practical action and get a plan set up for whatever this event is, whether you're attending, whether you're leading. Take a sensible approach and be very practical and grounded in your approach. And we've also got the Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords represents news coming in. It can usually be a phone call. It can be an email. It can be like a written document, a letter or something. The Page of Swords is a funny one because it is good news, but it can be slightly delayed news as well. And I've had this before a couple of times with the Page of Swords, where I have received good news, but it's took a bit longer than I initially expected. So if there are any delays with the event, or it looks like it's not going to happen or anything like that, that might be part of the journey. We are in Mercury retrograde, which can sometimes play up with things and cause delays and things that don't quite go according to plan. But it doesn't look like that's going to have a catastrophic impact or anything like that. So just something to be aware of, that there might be some delays. But otherwise, it looks very positive. Just need to take that practical, sensible approach and plan everything out.
Let us know how that resonated, Teresa. And I'm just curious, are you running an event or are you attending one? If there's anyone else that has a question, let us know. Just as a reminder, I think for anyone who's joining us, it is always worth asking a different question to what you may be asked before, if you have asked us something before, just because often the more we push towards something, the more it gets away. So if we push towards something with questions, trying to find out information more than once within a short span of time, most likely that's not going to change the message, I suppose, from the cards.
Okay, we've got a question from Eve a little bit further up. So I am just going, there's two parts of it. So if I just click on the first bit. Okay.
So I'm not sure what's the question. Is that a question for the cards, Eve? Or I'm sorry, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the question is.
So I think I'm getting from this that there's somebody that Eve set her intentions with. There's been no contact, but she still feels the energy is around her. So is it about whether or not there's going to be any contact in the future? Is something going to happen there, or is it, what's the guidance? Are you being guided to walk away and shut the door, or are you being guided to make contact? Is it that kind of thing that you're after, Eve? If you could just let us know in the comments.
Now, just to remind of what I just said, Eve, did you ask this question last week? Is it the same person? I just want to clarify, because I know that I've done a reading suggesting that this person just needs some space. So I just wouldn't want to be asking a question to Spirit about the same person.
You've got such a much better memory than me. I can't remember what I did yesterday, let alone last week.
Really?
Right.
I do. I remember.
I've asked the card something, and then I've just wanted to ask again, and it's like I just get the same response.
Because I think it was it you? I think it was Eve that was asking us about the connecting with the higher self of the other person.
I remember the question.
And then I pulled a card and I just said, what does Spirit want you to know about this situation? I just said that they need space and time. So I wouldn't want to poke. I don't like poking too much in the same matter, basically, because it's not going to change anything. If anything, it might actually skew the reading, because the more we want to know about the same thing, the card, it's almost like the cards eventually are like getting confused themselves. So that's not about the person's higher self that you asked us last time. Okay.
Okay, so I've pulled a couple of cards for this one. So what I've done, I've just said, okay, there's somebody that you've set your intentions with, somebody that you've got in mind, and what do Spirit want you to know about the situation, sort of what's happening there, what's the energy around it, and just see what we get come through. So I've got a couple of cards here. They're wands cards. They're two wands cards. Wands cards are all about sort of they can be of various different things. Wands can be about moving forward. Wands can be about travel, movement, different directions. But they can also sometimes show conflicts and stuff like that. And we've got the 7 and we've got the 5. So this is about, the 7 can sometimes happen when we've got sort of arguments around us with people telling us one thing and other people telling us something else. It can be where we're getting a bit of grief from people and a bit of stick. And it's about sort of standing up for yourself a little bit and standing in your power. So if you want to do something and people are saying, no, that's not right for you, it's kind of encouraging you to stand in your power a little bit and protect yourself, because you might be getting a bit of stick. We've also got the 5 of Wands, and that generally means conflict with other people, again, caused by opposing opinions. So I don't know what's been happening with the person you've set your intentions with, or whether there's been a bit of a fallout, whether people are Some people are saying keep away from this person. Some people are saying no, this person's all right. But there's a lot of conflict energy around you and a lot of chopping and changing, and it's not going to feel very pleasant for you. So from a spiritual well-being perspective, thinking about you now, I think you need a little bit of space actually, and I think that don't be persuaded by other people's opinions in what you should or shouldn't do, because that's just going to do your head in a little bit. You're going to have people telling you all different things, and ultimately the only person that can make a decision about anyone else in your life is you. And if you feel like you want to get in touch with this person, then that's something that you can make that choice for yourself. But if you're feeling in a bit of conflict and you're not sure what to do, my guidance would be to do nothing, because you need that clarity of what you want to do before you do it. And when you've got things around you, people around you, maybe you've got a bit of conflict in your own head about how you feel and what you want to do, and that's just going to cause more of the same. So I would put yourself in a little bit of timeout and say thank you to people who are giving their opinion, and it's lovely, but actually you don't want to hear it, and you just come back into your own sovereignty, and then you can reevaluate in time, in a few days, in a few weeks, and then decide whether you want to get back in touch with this person or not. But there's a lot of differences of opinion around you at the moment, and that's not a good space to be in. So I would retreat from that and give yourself a little bit of a break, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so I have an angel card for you, and it says exactly what Mel just said. It's the strength and guidance card. So the advice for you, Eve, is to trust yourself and just listen to your own guidance. Because I also was going to say, I feel like there's just too much of you relying on others, on other people's opinions, or maybe, I mean, I don't know if any, or basically information coming to you from the outside, and you just get confused and don't know what to do about something. But you have the strength in your own guidance, in your heart, you know what to do. I don't feel like this is something that you're completely not hearing. You might just not be trusting yourself, but that's exactly what you should be listening to, really, and creating your own reality from within, rather than listening to everyone else around. The other message, from one of my from the Divine Directions card is time. The universe is helping you look for synchronistic events around you. So I feel like, really, the question that you're asking is, I feel like it's coming from the space of doubt and confusion, and not really listening to your heart, even though your heart is actually pretty loud. And internally, internally, you know what to do about this, and it might be telling you not to do much. So listen to it. Trust yourself, because all the information the intuition that comes from within is the one that's meant to be basic. That's the true, let's say, true message that we're meant to be following. So stop doubting yourself, Eve. I hope that helps. And give it some time, right? So you have the time card again. Based on what I said before. So Teresa, we did pull some cards from you. That's fine. You can watch it on a replay if you've missed it, because you've been changing the channels.
Yeah, looking at your earlier message, Teresa, you messaged us just before 5:15. So when you watch the replay back, if you go to about 15 minutes in-ish or just after, then you'll see it then. You're welcome.
Thanks, Lisa.
Oh, actually, Teresa, we were asking, because I'm curious now, the event that you set your intentions for that you were asking about, is this an event that you are hosting, or is it an event that you're attending? Not that it makes any impact on your reading, we're just nosy.
Yeah.
Just want to know.
Eve, if you're, I just noticed that she might have some delay on the stream. Hopefully, if you haven't heard some of it, you'll be able to watch it on the replay if you're still there. By the way, your first reading Advent. You mean you're doing readings? That sounds to me like you're the one doing readings. Oh, going to set up a table. So you are doing readings then? Going to set up. Okay. Right.
Oh, exciting.
I think you'll like the message then.
Yeah.
It's very positive, basically. I'll just give you a little glimpse. Are you going to be reading cards or are you doing mediumship? I'm still being nosy. What is it? What is it?
Oh, you're welcome, Eve. No problem. Yeah, if it is a bit behind, then yeah, hopefully you can catch it on the replay because it'll be on our channels as soon as we finish, so you can skip back and watch it again.
Yeah, it will be out there for you to rewatch. Oh, okay, so you're bringing cards, but yeah.
Oh, well done, Teresa. It's always a bit scary when you go out and do an event, but you'll feel so much better after you've done it. You'll soon get back into it, and it's always, the energy is great when you go to do events. Everybody's psyched and excited, and so it's always good fun. It's just a bit nerve-wracking.
Yeah, and remember, you're not alone, right? So you have your spirit guides helping you. That's always a nice thing for me to remember. Hi, Diana.
Hi, Diana.
Yeah, Eve, sometimes you just gotta let it go.
Yeah.
Honestly. It's not a message that many of us like to hear, but it's one that we need to hear. I've been getting that sometimes quite a lot. Just let it go. Let people do their thing. You do your thing. Trust your own strength, your own guidance in your own life, whatever it is that you're doing for yourself, and just let it go, because the more you think about it, the more you're creating resistance as well.
Yeah, so and then if other people have their opinions as well, it can get really overwhelming, because that's often what happens. You've got silence from one person, and then everybody else is saying, oh, it's because this, it's because that, it's because the other, and it can just be really overwhelming, and then that's just not good for you. And ultimately, we all have to put ourselves first, especially with situations like this. We've all got to put ourselves first. It's easier said than done, though, when you've got somebody in your heart.
Yeah, I know.
They would have deserved to be there, haven't they? Oh.
And I would also suggest, because you mentioned that you feel their energy, just do some cleansing, protecting exercises to cleanse off their energy. They shouldn't be in your space.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Exactly. When you let go of something that perhaps has served its time, you shut one door, and that creates that space for a new door to open.
And the thing is that by keeping some on our energy and our thoughts is not going to speed things up or make them happen the way we hope or we want for them to happen. That's not, it doesn't work like that. So it's just eating at your energy for no reason, basically.
I think the silent treatment is awful as well. When your heart's breaking and somebody's just ghosted you, just blanked you. It's really, I find that really, because I'm quite impatient. I don't like that. Really winds me up. It's like if someone puts the phone down on you. Like, don't put the phone down on me. I'm still speaking.
Yeah, I know. But
really,
I
can't control the other person's behavior.
But I guess, yeah, I think I can be quite short with people like that, because although it hurts and it really annoys me, but that tells me that they don't respect my energy and so I don't want to be with someone like that.
No, exactly.
And that's the same whether it's love relationship or friends. If someone's not, if I'm not important to them, then I'm not going to be trying to make myself important. Okay, fine, I don't want you in my life in that case,
There you go. There's that Aries moon.
Yeah, exactly. That's what. Yeah. Yeah, I did that a couple of times in my life.
It's quite empowering, actually, when you do sort of stand in your own power and say, okay, you're not worthy of my energy then. But it is easier said than done when there's feelings associated, and it sometimes takes a little bit of time.
But you know what? It hurts more that someone would treat you that way, in my personal, than not being in contact. It hurts more that they would not, that they act this way. So if that's how they're acting, then I don't want that.
Yeah.
Because then even if we did contact each other, I would probably still have it in my mind that they didn't.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to make this situation healthy in any way. So unless they, of course, come back and apologize and whatever, tell you, let you know what happened. But in the meantime, I'm just like putting them in a shelf of forget now for now.
You are in the forget bin.
Yeah. It's not bother bin.
Yeah, of course we can.
As you can see, yeah, sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to say, what would you like to ask?
Okay, so I'll get you a message from angels just to see what they would like you to know. I don't feel, actually, as I'm shuffling, Diana, and I said I'll see what angels want you to know. I don't feel like they need you to know anything, because I feel like you know everything. I honestly, I was just like shuffling and I feel, what is there that then I was like, Diana knows everything already.
That's good. My guys don't ever say that.
We do have a courage and bravery card. It's a very interesting card. I really like this one. It's telling you to be brave and courageous in who you are. This is a card of courage and bravery for people who are sensitive and who have gone through a lot in life, and they have maybe struggled a bit more than others because of their sensitivity, and yet they have remained strong, or they have remained in their stance about whatever it is. But now there might be a little bit of a second guessing before, we move on and build this better life for ourselves, just because of the past hurts. So the angels want to encourage you to be courageous and brave in your sensitivity. With, it's almost like saying, just be authentic, just be yourself, and all the maybe experiences that you've had in the past by being your authentic self are not going to repeat themselves now. That's the other thing that I'm receiving from this. Yeah, I feel like, one, you're stronger already than you were. It's just making that step forward and trusting that that's the case. It's almost like confirmation to tell you, yes, you are strong enough to make that step, that move, whatever it is that you're thinking about, because it's not going to affect you as much anymore. Okay.
Oh, okay. So what I've got for you, Diana, and again, I think if there was anything that you really desperately needed to know or do, it would have come out in the cards. And I've just got a really lovely one here for you. I just asked, what do your guides want you to know or do? What guidance have they got? What would they like you to be focusing on? And it's the Six of Cups, which is all about your inner child. So the Six of Cups can represent, if it's something coming into your life, it can represent something from the past. It can bring about a feeling of nostalgia. But when it's guidance, when I get the Six of Cups, I know it's because I'm not having enough fun. And I do get told off a little bit sometimes by my guides because I work constantly, because it's just my life, which is a bit sad, really. So I do get told off sometimes that I have to have a bit more fun. So I get this card come up, and it's about embracing the inner child and doing something really fun that sort of takes you back to your youth, really. So if you've been working super hard or looking after other people or any of those wonderful things, you might need to bring in a little bit of stuff just for you. And it might be that you visit somewhere that you used to go when you were a kid, or that you read a book you read when you were growing up, something that brings about that real feel of nostalgia. Or just have some fun, do something really fun, take a picnic down to the park or something like that. So you're just being called to do a little bit more of that. So it might be that that's not been happening that much lately. But it's nice because it's almost like, your boss telling you to go out and have a day off. So your guides are wanting you to just let your hair down and have some fun.
I like that.
I've actually got a couple of books from my childhood that I like reading every now and again, just to get that feeling of, when you're a kid and you think everything's magical. So yeah, every now and again I like to pick that up and just take you back to being like 8, just for half an hour, just to get away from the pressures and responsibilities of life and work and business and all of that stuff. Oh, you're welcome, Diana.
You're most welcome. Yeah, it's definitely something that I'm also, I want to say, trying to do, because it feels like I really need to try to have fun because I kind of forgot what it is that I would consider fun.
It's bad, isn't it? Because we just work. That's all we do. Sleep, wake up.
I love the cards, so that's fun for me. So I think this is actually fun for me, but it's not the same kind of fun like I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know.
When the weekend comes, I get excited about, what book can I read? What course can I go on? I'm such a geek. That is my fun. But then, yeah, it's like I have to remind myself sometimes that that's probably not normal. And
I guess it's the difference between the fun that you do, but then it actually is work. So it kind of takes the energy out of you eventually. versus the fun that just lights you up and gives you the energy.
I know, but work does that for me.
I would though. What I actually just remembered fun being is doing things like zip lining or something. I would that would be fun.
That would be fun. Yeah. So you forget stuff like that. And things that you, when you're a kid, if you
Yeah.
want to do this weekend, you wouldn't say, "Oh, I'd like to read a book or study a course." Or do some social media content for my business. You'd go out and do stuff, and it's like you can easily forget what that feels like and get stuck in this, especially when you're self-employed, because it can become a bit of an obsession. And so yeah, I've got a bike. I haven't ridden it for 2 years. I feel like that for me makes me feel like that's an inner child connection when I'm riding a bike. I'm a little bit scared on it, to be honest, but equally I'm quite excited. It's that feeling you get when you're a kid.
Yeah.
You're doing
Yeah,
something
it's like I started not now because I'm a little bit too pregnant for it, but I last year I think I was during the summer also going out on my roller skates. So that's very much of a childhood or teenage years, more like going back, you know.
Yeah,
So
great
I
fun.
enjoyed that. That was fun. Yeah. Yeah, I think I would hurt myself if I did that right now, but
Yeah, please don't do it.
no, I wasn't going to.
Now, please don't do that. I never did rollerblading or roller skating or ice skating or any of it because I was really
Oh, I
clumsy.
love that stuff.
I didn't. I
I
would
love
love to
it.
now.
I'm not very good. Like I don't do any sort of tricks or whatever. Like I just as long as I can just go straight and I can turn, then I'm happy. But yeah, ice skating also. You just reminded me. I like that too. See, there you go. We've come up with some things.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be too scared. Even as a kid, I was sensible. I'd be too scared I was going to fall and hurt myself. So I never went ice skating. I've never done it. 42 years of life, and I've never ice skated. That's pretty bad. I've jumped out of a plane though, so I'm not a complete bore.
As long as you have good balance, then
Yes, not great.
maybe you make it better.
I used to do snowboarding.
Oh, I used
I
to
was
think
dreadful at it. It really hurts though when you fall a lot, which I did. But I put up with the falling because I love the snow and it was fun, but it did hurt. And I always got really scared if I picked up too much speed. I'd get scared I couldn't stop, so I sort of launched myself at the floor, which is why I used to end up black and blue. So I gave that up after a while. But I'm glad I did it. At least I've experienced it.
See, that's one of the things I wanted to do, but I haven't done yet. I haven't done any of the snow sports. I would love to do some water sports though.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know which ones. Something not too, something like I like paddle boarding. I just did that. I think we also did that last summer, first time. Yeah, even something just that would be nice actually. We went to south of UK last year. No, it was the year before. To somewhere I just forgot right now for some reason. And
Was it Devon or Cornwall?
yes, it was Turkey. Oh, Turkey.
Torquay. I used to live there.
Did you? Yeah, and just seeing like because I would love to live by water, and if I could just go in the morning or in the evening, just on a paddleboard, just to go into the sea. Nothing, no frills or anything. Just calmly. I would love that. That would be, yeah, that would be nice.
I have done bodyboarding before because that was the easiest thing you could do. So it's usually what the children do because you don't have to stand up. You don't have to have any balance. You don't have to have any skill. And I was like, okay, I'll do that. You just lie on a board. That's it. I thought I could do that.
Sounds
I could do
good.
that.
I love to do that without the board, even just lie on the water.
Let it bring you in.
Lift you up.
It's good fun. It's really good. And that brings out your inner child because it's freezing cold, but it makes you giggle. It is fun.
Yeah, I think stuff on the water are nice. Even going on a boat, a little bit of kayaking or something. I
Yeah, I
would
like
like it.
kayaking. Yeah.
Do you live somewhere near? Because you're in Devon. So
Yeah.
do you have lakes or?
Yeah. So we in Exeter we had the river, and I did get a little kayak out with a friend actually once on the river. We rode down to the pub and back. We just hired one for the day. That was good fun. And here now we've got the river here, the River Bothy, but we've got the sea like 15 minutes away. Um,
Mm,
so
very
and I do
lovely.
love the beach. I really like the beach, and I'm happy
Which one?
paddling in it. Exmouth is one of my favourites, which is not far from Torquay. A little bit further around, like East Devon. Exmouth has a huge beach, and they have sand dunes. And we used to go
Mm,
bodyboarding there, but it's massive. It's one of the best beaches in this part, I would say, of Devon. And then
definitely
Cornwall. I
check
love
that
it.
out.
And then
And I'll
Cornwall's.
let you know when I'm there.
Yeah, let me know. I won't be coming in the sea with you, but I will cheer you on from the sand on a Sunday.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I love the sea, but I'm not a huge fan of being in it.
But you're not. I love it.
It's too cold. I'm all right if I'm in like
Mm,
what's it
yeah.
called? Thailand, because
Oh
it's
yeah,
warm.
yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, yes, I do prefer it warm as well. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, but
Then I'm in it every day, but in the UK it's like, oh no.
mm. Oh, hi, Arjun. You you have joined us very close to our end time. So I'm just honest, aren't I? So, but if you have a question, please let us know because we still have a few minutes. I don't want because I think I don't know. You might have joined last week and we couldn't get to you. I think. Um. So
Yeah.
yeah. So you definitely have a few minutes. So let us know if you have a question. Okay, go ahead. We've got time for a question or an area of your life, whatever is on your mind. Will you work in your dream job in the future? Okay, I think I would ask, for angel cards, we would ask what you need to know or consider um, before working your dream job, or like if there are any challenges in the way, or what do you need to know about it.
Yeah, so I mean, it depends what your dream job is, really, Arjun. I mean, I pulled just a couple of cards to see, well, what's likely going to come in terms of your dream job. You've obviously got something in mind that you really want to do, and depending on what you want to do, depends on what this means. Because I've got this card. I'll show you actually if you can see it. Now, this card is the Wise Counselor. So this is in traditional decks. This is called the Hierophant. So this is a leader, but usually they're a religious or a spiritual leader. And they are, if that's your dream job, then that might, it's being an animator, right? In that case, then you are being guided to find a wise counselor, somebody who can mentor you to getting into your dream job. So somebody who's done it, find somebody in your network, or if you can get some recommendations maybe from people that you know, somebody who's been there, done that, got the t-shirt with what you want to do, and get them to mentor you, and that will help bring about this dream job. They can talk to you about how they got into it. They can talk to you about what qualifications you need, unless you're already on that path with the training. They can talk to you about the sorts of companies you might want to approach, send your CV to them. They could introduce you to the right people. So a lot of the time, there's a saying, isn't there? It's not what you know, it's who you know. So seek out a wise person, a wise counselor, in the form of a mentor, and you can just approach people who you can see are doing that job and just ask them, look, I really want to get into this. This is my dream job. Can you give me some guidance, practical guidance on how you got into this sort of work?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Arjun, so I have a few cards, angel cards, and one divine guidance, a direction card rather. I'll just say what the divine direction is first. It says career, which is very on point, what we're talking about. But it says it's time to add extra energy to your career area. Maybe try something new. So I wouldn't worry about the try something new. It's not saying that you should be doing something different. But I feel in context of your question, there is a little bit of time and effort that will be needed on your part a little bit, because although you have joy and contentment card as your strength, so, which is, I mean, amazing, because obviously what that just says that what you're doing or what you're planning to do as a career brings you joy and contentment, and you're quite happy with where you are right now, what you've learned. So you're happy and kind of ready to start even maybe looking for jobs or looking for opportunities in some way. However, there is still quite a bit of work for you to do before it may blossom into something that you really, that would be really fulfilling. You have the inner child healing as the in the heart position, but that tells me it's not necessarily about your inner child. I feel like there's a lot of nurture that's needed within your career. So sort of like dot the i's and cross the t's, and there's a little bit more attention and work and focus towards sort of building and crafting your skills a little bit more before you'd be able to, make something out of it, make a career out of this dream job that you have. The challenge is raise your vibration, and that also tells me that it's about raising your in practical terms, qualifications, your skill set, it could be, you might need to engage in some sort of experience that's not paid for now or for a little while, to gain some practice, to gain some portfolio, right, that you could actually build. So it's definitely possible. It's just it's not going to happen overnight, and it will require some effort and time and energy on your part to just continue improving, continue up leveling your skills, and really nurture that those skills that you have already, and also, like I said, maybe just start offering some services for free, just to build some sort of portfolio and experience that you will then be able to use in future to find better opportunities for that dream job. So yeah, a little bit of a road ahead of you, but it's a good one. I think you'll enjoy it, whatever it is. So all the best, and I hope it helps. Let us know if it resonates.
Hi, Phyllis. So you're welcome, Arjun.
You're most welcome. Okay, so whoever's joining now, just so you know, we're here between 5 and 6, and we're running over a little bit now. Let me just put the cards back. Oh, I don't know why is it not showing emojis, because it just...
I know it describes the emoji, which is really weird.
Yeah. Unless, I don't know about you, Mel, if you have extra 5 minutes, I can spare 5 minutes, but otherwise...
I'm going to have to head off. But I mean, I could leave you to it if you want me to.
No, I'll go. We're here every week, guys, every Thursday. So please join us at 5 p.m. or 5:30, whenever you can. But yeah, if we didn't get to you today, then we will do so next week. And please like and subscribe so that you're notified for when we go live. Then you'll know, because I always put the reminders and notifications ahead of time. And it would be lovely to see you next week.
Yes, we're live at 5. Well, that's UK time. So
UK time. Yeah. So if you're on YouTube and you subscribe, it will tell you, and it will notify you. You can ask to be notified, and it will give you your time zone time as well. Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, everyone, and we shall see you next week.
See you next week.